Tarson has to kill that. He's only got that one scan. Wow, oh my god, I can't believe Strelok did not move that back. You should have moved it back, waited out the scan, but just could not focus. And the missile turret in the main has not gone up. The Banshee, 10 kills. Oh my god, 11 kills. And the missile turret is not being built. Tarson needs to focus, but he's pushing in the main base. Strelok has actually brought out the SCVs. The tanks just really cutting up those SCVs. Oh my god, so many SCVs going down. If we look at the income tab, they're both losing SCVs left and right. Looks like Tarson has stabilized a little bit, withdrawing this one tank, a Viking and a tank pushing out for Strelok to try to punish Tarson. Let's see if he can bring in enough units to try to stabilize and defend this counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of SCVs lost. I mean, Tarson to the Banshees, and then over on the other side, you know, we saw Strelok pretty much have to defend with them and get in the faces of those siege tanks right there. So I think in terms of a counterattack, Tarson's in a pretty good position right now. Obviously, there wasn't, you know, with the expansion coming, there wasn't much that Strelok was going to do as far as the aggression right now. So these two siege tanks right here should do a great job. And then here comes another missile turret, addition to the one that's in the mineral line. And then we've also got this one over here. So building off of what's new, if we look at the production tab, you know, just more units being pumped. Stim is going to come up here for Tarson right now. And we just got, well, the siege tank is now just being researched by Strelok. And I want to go over here and see about where that's at. It's almost finished, but he's obviously not going to want to do too much until that's done. Viking on Viking action. This one Viking from Strelok is going to get dropped down to range. Oh, my God. No, it's got to retreat away. It gets away with just 13 hit points. And the Marines take out the other one. They're going to try to grab that one, but they will not get the kill, and Siege is out. And so Strelok will just have a forward Siege position, similar to what we've got over here for Tarson. His is just more inside. He's actually unsieged here, so I'm not sure what his intention are, just repositioning. That's looked like it is the case. Here come those two Vikings to get more intel on Tarson's base.
And looks like they both stabilized after losing that many workers. Tarson lost more workers to the Banshee than Strelok did. Vikings coming in to snipe Strelok's Viking. One going to get taken out. Second one looks like it's going to escape. So Tarson lost more SCVs, but he had the command center up way, way earlier than Strelok. Now more Vikings coming out for Strelok. 4 on 3. One Viking goes down for Tarson, and Strelok does not lose a Viking there. So he's winning in the Viking battle, which becomes oh so important if you want to focus on slow siege pushes. If you don't, then you don't really need those Vikings. You can switch over to Thor Marauder and get away from the tank. So it'll be interesting to see. Once you get behind in the Viking count, it can be very difficult to get ahead if you just want to kind of brute force through it. But it looks like Tarson ignoring that, landing his Vikings and trying to drive out with a few siege tanks and Marauders, trying to just control this high ground here, as he's already given up the lower high ground to Strelok. We can see him controlling that nicely with the siege tanks positioned up there.
There was a scan put down at the natural here of Strelok, and we are going to see one. Ooh, that siege just nabbed the corner of him. And we've got a couple more that are in position. That Marauder's going to get wrecked, but perfect position here for Tarson. The missile turret's not up quite yet. If it was, it'd be wrecking those Vikings as well. And he's going to go ahead and push forward despite the fact that there's a ton of siege. He's going to try to stem past all those siege tanks and go in for the command center. It looks like he's not quite sure what he wants to do, and he walks right into the main. He's going to initially go after this reactor on the starport, and here come the SCVs. A great little push there by Tarson, going completely past. Over here on the other side, Strelok's going to say forget those guys and move forward to try to take out that army. So it really is a tit for tat here, but Strelok stops it all and will start to move forward as well. But here comes another force, and those Vikings are going to go down, and I think Tarson may have actually pulled this one. I feel like Strelok's got the economy, but he's going to hit these units, and it's just not looking that good here for Strelok.
Tarson played so beautifully there, just using the mobility of Marauders and the hard-hitting grenades that they have and just running. And now the SCV's coming off the line. Strelok forced to try to take out the tank and using the SCVs to clean up. Vikings actually do so well against SCVs. The tank getting taken out, but Strelok really, it's going to be difficult for him to come back. We see 3 mules being dropped at the natural expansion of Strelok, but Tarson has so much. He's so comfortable in this position. He's just sieging up slowly with tanks, putting more pressure on Strelok, forcing him to stim again and just waste hit points as he runs away. I can't see Tarson losing this unless he makes, the blunder of a lifetime. But just he's pushing in slowly. He's got the economy. He's got the air control with the Vikings. Just almost an impossible position for Strelok to be in.
Yeah, believe it or not, getting rid of that reactor on the starport really did seem to be the smart thing there for Tarson. He knew he was going to eventually make his way to that SCVs, but it's pretty much stopped all production of anything air from Strelok right now, so he has control. And here we go, another big battle at the natural of Strelok. He's going to pull all his SCVs once again, and those siege tanks are put back good enough.
Wow.
Now they're going to move forward, and look at this, Strelok coming out. All he did after that last attack was just pump the hell out of Marauders, and he's now going to continue to move forward. There we see a Viking sneaking past, but the question is what does Tarson have back at his base? He's got one siege tank here. It's going to do a little bit of damage. If it can keep him at that line, that's perfect. And that siege tank coming in big. He's not going to siege this one. Wow. I don't know. Really? I feel like there was still a chance for Strelok to hold on there just a little bit, but he walked right in, decided he had to attack, and Tarson still had that little bit of a force there and takes game number 1.
Well, if we open up the income tab, and if we don't look at the actual income, but just the harvesters,
ouch.
we can see after that last break, Strelok was down at 16 SCV. So
You're
it looked
right.
like on that counterattack, that was the right move for Strelok, and he really just had to break that and control ground with the siege tanks and push into the natural of Tarson, and he just couldn't get it done, and he knew the game was over.
So Strelok is going to GG, and that means we'll be moving on to game 2. I'm not even sure what the map is.